YouTube. Hey guys, how's it going? I am here today. It's the 4th of July and I finally got the majority of my room done. I'm getting real close to being ready to give you guys a vanity tour, and I'm getting really close to start my palette collection series. It's gonna have to be a series, you guys. Let me see if I can turn my camera for you to see the magnitude with which we are speaking of. You guys see those palettes? Yeah, so they go on forever and ever. And so I basically decided that I was going to do them in increments by brand. But what I'm here today to do is a look with the Manny MUA Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag palette. Don't get sick of it because I love it. But on my last look, a lot of you said, please use the yellow. And the yellow that I speak of is called Campy. And it's right there. So, I did a little search on YouTube to find some looks that were using that yellow. And I found a video by a young lady named Angela Bright, and I watch her a lot because she's just very talented. And she used it in a way that I hadn't seen other people use, and a way that is more usable for my style of makeup. So, I'm just going to chit-chat and get ready with you. I'm getting ready to go out to dinner at my parents' place because my Aunt Phyllis and Uncle Larry are there, and we're going to have dinner together. So I'm looking forward to that. So I started getting ready early so that I would have time to film this, and hopefully after this, my birthday haul. Everything's kind of a mess, but patience, grasshopper. So, anyways, I got up early today. I'm going to go ahead and start getting ready. I got up early today and mowed the grass, and I have a front and backyard, and I was just intending on mowing the jungle that was my backyard. And whenever I went out of the garage, I saw that there were parts of the front yard that were long, and then I ended up mowing the front yard, both sides, and the back, just because I don't enjoy it. I'm not an outdoorsy person. I'm a girly girl. I don't like it. But the fact that my husband's wheelchair bound, the fact that my neighbor that had been so gracious as to help me with it last summer, him and his wife are getting ready to have a baby. And I just told him, don't worry about it. You worry about being daddy. So anyways, the responsibility is back on me, and it's okay. I need the exercise. It's fine. But it was 877.5 degrees out there today. So I went out and I had to come back in and put on sunscreen. I forgot. I looked down and my arms were like bright red. And I was like, dude, really? Okay, you would think I would remember something like that considering I'm trying to avoid wrinkles. But I'm not sure if this matches me. It looks pretty light. I have found so many foundations. I really was surprised as I started going through my makeup. I really assumed that I would have so much makeup, that I would give away so much, and then I realized that I really had given away a lot of makeup, and what I had left was really mostly to be kept. And so I'm just kind of going through and using some things that I haven't used in a long time, and some things I've just been, using that I have been using recently, if that makes any sense at all. So this is the Outlast 24 whatever by Maybelline, and this is the CoverGirl Outlast. So since it's hot today, I'm going to mix these two together. They're both full coverage. This one oxidizes, so I think if I mix these together, I'll end up with something that slightly resembles my skin tone. But yeah, it's been a process, and I'm a very impatient person, and so I really love to just start something and get it done. But it doesn't always work out that way, and when you've got a large project, it certainly doesn't always work out that way. So I'm really happy though. I finally have my bed back. I had several days there where my bed was completely covered with stuff, and I'm real happy that that is not on my bed anymore. And as I'm doing this, I realize I did not put on any primer. What a waste of good makeup. But guys, if I want to be out in the heat and I want my makeup to stay on, I have to. So I'm going to go in with Professional by Benefit. But anyway, it has been a process, and it's kind of been an interesting process because I really kind of feel a little bit better about myself than I thought I was going to, because I've kind of pared things down to where it's not so out of control. And most of the things that I have that I use rather frequently are in the drawers right next to me, and it's all accessible. I was really surprised that I didn't have a lot of extra stuff that's stored in there. So, not that those drawers aren't full, because they are full. But when you think about skincare, hair products, of which I have so many, yeah, it's one of those things. And for the sake of this video not being 8 hours long, I am going to do a little talking, do a little makeuping, and fast forward so that it won't be so long. But I did want to chit chat with you because I feel like I haven't done this in a long time. I don't know why I ever think that summer's going to be a less busy time for me, because it's a more busy time. As I've said before, most people know that during my school year I'm busy and I don't have time for much social stuff. And so everybody waits until it's summer to make plans with me, and I don't want to miss out on time with anybody. But it makes for a full schedule, and there's always a lot of family things going on, and I don't ever pass up a time to spend time with my family. I understand that those days are numbered, and you know, whatever time I spend with them might be the last time, and that sounds morbid, but I think whenever you think of life that way, you don't pass up on opportunities that you should be taking advantage of, because you know that that time is precious. Alright, I'm just going to kind of do a little squirt of each one back on my hand and hope that what's still there isn't so dried out. And we're going to go back in with the foundation. It's so weird how whenever you move everything around and have a whole new setup, it's like everything is like a whole new pattern that you have to get used to. And it's a good one, but like for the last 3 days, I've forgotten my color corrector under my eyes. And I've used this for like 3 years. It's been part of my routine all that time. Well, I've been forgetting about it, and my under eyes have been showing that I've been forgetting about it. But yeah, it's going to be a process. I put my tripods, now that I have room, I put my tripod directly in front of me. And so I'm like exclusively using my simple human mirror in front of me. I guess I could lean over to look in my big mirror, and I do that sometimes when I want like a different view from far away. Especially for shape and stuff, like with eyebrows and stuff like that. But I didn't forget it today. So, what have you guys been up to? I know some people don't even have a summer. Like, I know that they work right on through the summer. And honestly, this year I have too, because I had to move my classroom, and it's still unfinished. It's packed and moved over to the other place, but it's not unpacked and put away. This week and next week we have, that's the time of the year that they wax the floor, and it's like a lengthy process. I don't know exactly what even they do to it, but I'm going to use 2 different concealers. I've been trying to combine these. It's the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define, which is a little too light. I mean, as far as consistency, and Tarte Shape Tape that's kind of starting to feel kind of dry for some reason. I got a new one thinking that the other one was just kind of old. I think it's just my under eyes are getting drier. They need a little bit more emollient, so I've been kind of mixing these 2 together. But anyway, it's a lengthy process with what they do with the floors. So for the next 2 weeks, which I should have had my tush in my classroom doing some of that before they started that, because I knew when they were going to be doing it. But I just, you know, I went to Missouri. My birthday came, the furniture came, and all that got underway, and I was just all consumed with that. In the meantime, I've been trying to really do a lot of my dad's transcription of his book, because this summer is really the only time I can do that with any consistency. And in the meantime, I make some money while I'm doing it, and so it's one of those things where I really want to take advantage of the time that I have and get some money in the bank. And I'm so proud of myself. I've done really good on the low buy. I haven't been extravagant. I haven't made any crazy impulsive purchases. I did buy some shampoo that was on sale. That's never seems to be on sale. I use Macadamia Professional's Weightless Moisture, and it's just so flippin' perfect for fine, even thinning hair, because it really keeps the product stripped off your hair, and it also really doesn't weigh it down, but it's still conditioned. It's a delicate balance there, because you want your hair to be conditioned and you use conditioner for it, and then it weighs it down and makes it look even thinner. Product buildup really does that too, so the shampoo is kind of clarifying. But it is flipping $50 for a liter of that, and that's insane. And yeah, a liter lasts me about 6 months, because I use it about once every third day, since I finally learned how to use dry shampoo and not strip my hair of all its natural oils every single day. There's no wonder my hair hasn't been in good shape. But anyways, the Ulta, they call it like a super sale or liter sale or something like that. They had it for more than half price. It was $42. $22 for a liter. And I already had shampoo. It was the conditioner that I haven't been able to find. And so I, oh my gosh, I forgot I wiped all that foundation that was left over on my hand on this. And so I just put a ginormous amount of foundation on my forehead, when what I was really trying to do was get off any excess before I started in with powder. But I think we're okay now. But anyway, I already had the shampoo. I just couldn't find the conditioner, and it had been out of stock. And you know how that goes. When things are out of stock for a long time, sometimes that means that something, either they're repackaging or they're getting ready to not have it anymore. And I'm like, please don't do this to me. I finally found one that works. So yeah, I got that. I knew that I wouldn't be like crazy and not get a thing ever for all these months, but nothing that is unneeded or that's not a replacement item or something like that. I'm being reasonable. And my bank account is showing that I've been reasonable. And plus, I have lots of expenses coming up in August. I have a car tag. I have, school supplies, stuff to buy for my classroom. And I do get reimbursed for a little bit of that. But, not all of it. Alright, so since the next parts aren't that thrilling, I'm just going to zip through the bronzer, blush, and highlight part. But just so you'll know, I'll show you what I'm going to be using. Alright, for bronzer, Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. For highlighter, oh my gosh, I've destroyed my nails, so just don't look at them, okay? I'm going to get them done on Thursday. See, I don't know where things are just yet, you guys. Okay, for highlighter, I'm going to use Starlight by Makeup Geek. And for blush, I'm going to use Japanese number 01, which is just a nice corally pink. So let's just turn on the zoom zoom. So I've done the intensive part, the part that like requires my cooperation, my concentration. So I can talk to you for a few seconds while I do the rest of this. But yeah, I was just thinking while I was doing my eyebrows. I do my best thinking whenever I'm making my eyebrows. But I was thinking about how YouTube has seemed so dead lately. Is it just me? But it's like, and I'm not complaining, but it's like my views have dramatically gone down, and it just seems like there's not as much interaction, and it also seems like there's not as much content being uploaded. And I don't know if, you know, people were such on the, like on the hustle whenever everybody was first trying to get 1,000 subscribers and trying to get their watch time and all that stuff. I don't know if, you know, they got to where they wanted to go, and so now they don't have to hustle so hard, and I can understand that because I feel like I've been on the hustle for a long time. Like this week has been a little bit unusual because I wanted to upload my 4th of July look in enough time for people to actually, you know, use it as inspiration if they'd like to, or give them ideas for theirs. And so I uploaded it on a Monday, and it kind of threw my schedule off. So today's Wednesday, and I just decided to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week, and then I'd go back to my Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday schedule next week. But anyways, it just seemed kind of strange, and I guess summertime, you know, this is kind of, I started my channel last summer in June, and of course I was so lost, I didn't even know what I was doing, and so I was so, you know, head first into it, just trying to survive my first few months of doing it and try to put out something that was slightly professional looking, and probably usually wasn't. That, you know, I didn't really notice trends and such, but now I notice that, you know, I really do pay attention, and I do notice when things kind of fall off and when things kind of pick back up. And I would imagine summer would be a time when things fall off, because people are going on vacations with their families, they're spending time outdoors, there's kids sports and adult sports even. And so yeah, I can understand it. But I also understand that there are times when you're just trying to support so many people that you kind of lose touch with some. And you're like, oh yeah, I haven't heard from that person in a long time. And I do try to go and reach out to those people. But I guess that's kind of the ebb and flow of YouTube. You're going to have people who stick around long term and that aren't ever going to go away. And then you have people that are just kind of there for a season, you know? And truthfully, people draw from you what they need. And sometimes it comes to a point where they don't need that anymore. just like any relationship in life. You know, some people are there for a reason. This is so cliche. Some people are there for a season. Some people are there permanently. And I'm very thankful for the people that are here permanently, because there's not very many of them. But of course, that's kind of intentional for me. I make friends very easily. I have lots of what I call acquaintances. But as far as my inner circle is concerned, people that I talk to daily and actually spend time with, there are very few. And like I said, that's intentional. I think that a small group of really close friends is the best thing for me. But anyways, I don't know. It's like I'm one of these people who has all these brilliant ideas, and then whenever it comes time to implement them, I think I already did this step, and I said I didn't need to concentrate. When it comes to implementing them, my health or my time restraints end up getting in the way most of the time. So I haven't forgotten about my 1-year anniversary video. I actually did film it, and the footage turned out totally crappy. I hated it. It didn't sound at all like I wanted it to. Like, there's a specific thing I'm doing that it needs to sound the way that I intend for it to sound, or it's going to sound silly and stupid. And it may sound silly and stupid anyway, but I still intend on doing it. I've got the notebooks with all my notes sitting right here. I just kind of got sidetracked. And I haven't forgotten about my 1,000 subscriber giveaway either. In fact, all this stuff is over there on my bed. It's all in a box and in 2 boxes, and I think it's going to end up being 2 winners, because it's very, very pricey to send that amount of stuff. And so I went to the post office and got some priority mail flat rate boxes, and I think that's the best, like, cost efficient way for me to take care of that. And I don't think everything's going to fit in one box, and they only have a few sizes of boxes that are available, at least at my post office. I'm putting my jewelry on. So anyway, I really just want to tell you my numbers for the year, like what happened in the year as far as numbers, subscribers, views, and all those things. I want to do my little funny that I'm planning on doing. And I just really just want to discuss some stuff and just kind of reflect back. I kind of just want to reflect back on the year. And so that's what I'll do. It will happen eventually. So there's a lot of stuff coming up, guys. I just have to find the time to do it. I will say that my health has been pretty good. Weight loss update. I don't know how long it's been since I've said anything about it, but I've lost 60 pounds now. 30 inches. I've gone down 4 sizes in jeans, 3 sizes in tops. You know, I'm on the grind. It's going really well, and I feel really good. And things have been pretty good fibromyalgia wise. I haven't had much trouble this summer. I'm trying some different medications and things right now, so that'll be a story for a different day. But I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes and get ready to go in with this pretty eyeshadow palette, you guys. I'm really in love with this. I just can't seem to put it down. And it's like one of those things where I think that I'm going to use Urban Decay Primer Potion. It's one of those things where there's so much new makeup coming out that I think people, just kind of buy something and move on from it. And that's fine, but it's like I was super excited about this palette. And I want to find lots of different ways to use it, and I want to do that all on my channel, because I want people who bought it and who need inspiration to have some. I mean, that's where I get my inspiration. Obviously, this eye look that I'm getting ready to do is inspired by someone else on YouTube. And she's going to be, oh good Lord, which one is it? I always think it's that one, so I will link her up there, and I'll also put her in the info box. Angela Bright. You guys should really check her out. She's a pretty substantial YouTuber. She's not a brand newbie. She's super talented. She's got excellent content, and it looks to me like she gets most PR. So she's very quick to have videos out using palettes that have just recently come out, and I really like that. And she also does kind of like I mean, she shows like one eye and she shows you the entire process of her doing it. But I know she makes it look easy. I'll find out how easy she made it look when I'm getting ready to start this. But she makes it look simple. She's good at explaining it, I guess, is the best way. I'm going to go ahead and set my primer with just this big fluffy brush and some white eyeshadow. My eyebrows look pretty good today. What? So anyways, something that I kind of am considering is doing like a series with each of my sets of palettes, because what I did is I went and I arranged them by brand. And it's like, wow, what if I had a series where I made myself use all of them? Like, I make a look out of each one. And I don't think people would get sick of it. I think it would be like, wow, I haven't taken that palette out in a year. And now she just provided me with another way to use it and inspire me to get it out. And obviously you're not going to have everything that I have, but I have a lot of palettes that most people have, most collectors anyway. And I noticed, Miss Perfectionism that I am, that there's like a weird part that's missing some color on the end of my brow. And I must fix it. So yeah, I have lots of ideas, but I need to do the ones that I've already promised before I start moving on to what's next. Alright, that's a little bit better. The other thing that I've been involved in is Big Brother. Does anybody watch Big Brother? I feel like I'm the only one who does. Like, I get super excited about it every year, and I finally got my husband on board watching it with me. But I'm super excited to watch it every year. And last year they had a celebrity version of it, which I didn't love, but it was cool to have Big Brother other than in the summer. So I'm not going to do spoilers or anything like that, but I just want someone to discuss it with, somebody who's watching it every time. So if you're a Big Brother junkie like me, reach out. We'll talk about it. We'll chat about who we think is what and who and what. So anyways, for this look that Angela did, she used Campy, she used Kai Kai, and then Snatched, which I haven't used at all yet, and Pageant Queen, and then Campy again. She didn't use any of the neutrals. And so here's another colorful look for you guys who wanted me to do more colorful looks. I think I got stuck on colorful, which is fine. But this is a really beautiful look, and I hope that you like it. And I hope for the people who ask me about using the yellow, I hope this is an efficient use of the yellow for you. Like, I hope this is a wearable way for you to use the yellow. So I'm going to go in with my brand, I don't know, it feels like it may not be all the way dry. I better use something else. I just got through cleaning my wing Goss brushes, and I even said that I was going to do a review of those for you. I still haven't done that. See what I'm talking about? And honestly, like, I get ready, most of the things that I film are me getting ready to go somewhere. When I have extra time, I'll film something else behind it, which is very infrequent. And I was thinking while I was mowing, because aside from my eyebrows, I do my best thinking when I'm mowing. I was thinking about how maybe my pattern for when I go back to work should be, at least while it's still mowing time, is to get up every Saturday and mow either the front or backyard every week, and then come in and shower and film several videos. If I could film 2 or 3 videos every Saturday, I could edit them through the week. I think that would be a good pattern, but of course, you know, things happen and then life gets in the way. I do the best I can. I did want to talk to you about something that I just forgot that I was going to talk to you about. Oh, alright, I'm going to go in with Campy into my crease. as my transition color. I'm going to dip in real lightly at first. I've never used this, so I don't know how it's going to perform. And this is so weird because I've never used yellow, you guys. Look what you've inspired me to do. Bad influences, all of you. Anyways, what I was going to talk about is my vanity tour, okay? And what you guys are used to, I'm sure, is somebody showing their vanity tour and everything looks pristine and perfect and beautiful. And yes, I'm trying to make my... See, you guys, to me, that looks so flippin' hideous. I can't wait to get the other colors on. Oh my God, it looks like I got hit in the eye and I had like a black eye. And then it's like, you know, healing and turning different colors. Like, that's what that looks like to me. But anyways, my point is, yes, I'm going to do a vanity tour. I want you guys to see what I'm looking at when I face my beauty area. And so I want to show it to you. I'm proud of it. I don't want to show it to you because I think I'm so special and to be bragging about how beautiful it is or to get anybody to tell me how beautiful it is. I'm proud of it because I worked hard for it. And it's the place that I am the happiest. It's the place that I do the thing that makes me the happiest. And so as part of my YouTube family, I want to share that with you. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I think that looks so disgusting. I need to shut up. I'll stop. But I just really don't like the way that looks. But I shall carry on. Anyways, what I want you guys to understand about my setup is, you know, I have only this space that I'm in this room. It's the only, I have a small home. It's just me and my husband and our kitties. And so I have a small home, and the other rooms in the house are very small, and one is my office and one is his man cave. And so you know, some of my equipment has even taken over his man cave at this moment. Because there's nowhere else to put it. But the only places I have to film right now are my room that I'm in and my office, which is where I do my live streams most of the time because that's the only place the internet works good enough for me to have one that looks like anything. But what I want you guys to understand that although it is going to be pretty and although I want it to look pretty, whenever I do my tour, it's not going to be this pristine, perfect thing. Because, yeah, I want it to look beautiful. And yeah, I want you guys to think it's pretty and like it and everything. But at the end of the day, this is where I do what makes me happy. This is where I do my filming. You know, my passion, my filming for YouTube. This is my place. This is my spot. And so more important than it being aesthetically pleasing to me is that it's functional. That's what was so frustrating to me about my other setup. I wasn't feeling like it wasn't good enough. I wasn't feeling like I was upgrading. I felt like I was expanding. I needed more than just a center drawer in front of me for my everyday products. And now I thought I was getting 6 drawers, but there are 5, which is fine. But I have everything that I need on either side of me in the order that I do it in. And that is so nice. Now, does it look perfect and is everything so perfect and pretty? No, I have my empties little bucket down there. I've had some requests for empties videos, and so I have my little empties bucket down there. It's a little trash can. And you know it's pink. You'll see it. But, you know, I've got my travel makeup bags down there. I'm not going to tell you everything or I'll run it. I've got a little mini air conditioner right here. You know, all of those things aren't necessarily aesthetically pleasing. Okay, that's okay with me. Because more important to me is that it's functional. And that what I look at makes me happy. You know, a lot of things that I have around me have sentimental value. There's a reason. And some of the things that I have around me don't look exactly how I'd like them to look, but that's the way they're going to look because that's the space I have and they have to be somewhere. Like, I'm not exactly happy that all my palettes are on top of my storage, but guess what? I can either have them up there where I can look at them and see them and they're with their groups of brands and I know exactly where to go to get what I want and actually use them, Or I can make it all pretty and tuck them into all my drawers and never really look at them or see them or touch them, and then they sit there for the rest of time and I never use them, and so what's the good of having them? And that's really the way I feel about it. Another video idea that I've had, and it's, you guys are going to think that I got the idea from Emily Noel, and the truth is I had it before she did. I just didn't do the video before she did. And that is, as I go through this stuff, yes, there's long forgotten products, you know, products that I had when I first started my channel and things like that, and I thought they were the cat's meow, and maybe I still will, but maybe I won't. And maybe that will be a process of decluttering. Like I said, I really don't have as much as I thought, and when you see my, because I am going to open drawers and stuff and show you what's in there, you'll see that I don't have like to a normal person, it probably looks like an insane amount of makeup. But to somebody who has a makeup collection, it probably doesn't look like that much. I have a lot of palettes. I have an abnormal amount of palettes. That's where I have a lot. That's where there's excess. The rest of it, I think, is pretty reasonable. Even my backup drawer is reasonable now. But I'll show you where all that stuff is stored whenever I do my tour. But I just want you to know, it's not going to be pristine. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be what I need for me, what's functional for me, what's workable and usable for me, and what helps me to get the best use out of my makeup. Because I feel like I have so much that I don't ever touch, and I don't want it to be that way. And I also want to inspire people to pull out that are doing the same thing, that have these things and never touch them. I want to inspire them to, hey, I really used to love that. Let me get that out. I am going to use the brush first I'm going to use a different one, but I am going to use the brush from the palette. I've never used it yet, and mostly because I usually don't like them, but Angela used it in her video, and she's got hooded eyes too, and I think that's why I'm drawn to her. But I'm going to use the brush that came in the palette on the next two steps, but I've got to find, I know I washed this brush yesterday. I washed these brushes in anticipation of this video, so I need to spin my little guy around and find, it's a Sigma brush, and I don't really use Sigma brushes that much anymore. Here it is. It's a Sigma E25. And I'm just going to go into Kai Kai. And the cool part about this is that when she adds the Kai Kai, it almost turns the in-between part into orange, but she goes back and forth between the two. But I'm just going to put the tip of this into Kai Kai. Like that. And I'm going to go into the upper part of my crease. This is going to be super colorful. But anyway, so I just kind of wanted you guys, like, once I get to the actual vanity tour thing, like, I'm going to show it to you. I'm not going to spend 18 years telling you about every single thing. I'm going to show you, you know, the reasoning for the order I put things in. And see, that almost turns orange, which is super cool looking. But I'm going to show you where I have everything and why I have it there. And you know, I still have some things that look like junk drawers because I just have stuff that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with yet. And I think as you get used to a new setup, you sometimes will decide that something will be better someplace else. So I'm going to go back in with the brush that has the yellow on it, or the Campy on it, and blend that out. And this is she kind of went back and forth with this a couple times. And I do want to go a little bit higher up in there. Get up in there, man. I really don't think I love this brush. I don't know if I just haven't broken it in very well, but it feels like it's, it feels like it's tugging. And I really just want this to be deep and round right there. But anyway, so it'll be happening in the near future. I will get the 1000K video made. I'm planning on doing my birthday haul today. And part of that is like selfish reasons, because I totally want to use that stuff, you guys, and I haven't touched, barely any of it. I got some rosehip oil on a suggestion from Casey. And I feel like I need to add a little bit of yellow back to this, so. And that's about all I've used, and I really want to use the stuff from that I bought. So I want to show it to you. And some of it I have used or put away, so I'll show you what I have left. But what I'm going to do is zip through the second eye here so you don't have to watch it twice in real time. So in order to do that, I must shut up. Alright, now going in with the brush that came with it and going in with the fluffy side, I'm going to go into, actually I'm going to use the same brush that I was using for Kai Kai, and I'm going to go into Snatched right here. I'm going to go right on the tip like I did before, and I'm going to use that color to deepen the crease, just like right in the crease. I'm going to go back in with the beginning brush and blend all that together. Do you know, everything has a way of coming together eventually. Alright, I'm going to stop there. And I'm going to still use that brush with Snatched, and I'm going to pat that in the outer corner. So yeah, guys, I need to be productive. I'm trying to be more productive. I'm trying to get better at following through with plans and not taking forever once I have an idea, taking forever to make it come to fruition. That's a super pretty color, you guys. I haven't used this one before today. And then from there, now using the brush that came with it and going into Pageant Queen, just beautiful purple, and pulling that into the outer corner, into the outer crease. This is super stiff. I don't know if I like it. I feel like I need something else to blend with, so I'm just going to blend with the Blank Fluffy. In fact, I think I'm going to put the purple on with this. Yeah, I like that a lot better. I don't really like that brush very much. Maybe I ought to place it with that brush. It put on a lot of product, but I didn't feel good about blending it with it. I feel like that looks absolutely crazy. And I feel like I've lost all the pink above here. So I'm gonna put some back in. I don't know about it. Isn't it crazy how you try to do something that somebody else does, and man, it doesn't always turn out that way, does it? Alright, I'm going to take a pointed flat shader brush and go into Snatched and go up underneath my eye with it. And this is where the yellow comes back in. This is really pretty. It pulls kind of magenta, or like a really pinky plum. It's pretty. So she placed that with right up next to the lash line, and this is where she used Campy to blend it out, and also Kai Kai. But first, Snatched. Alright, and I'm going to use I'm going to use my Wangoss number 19 into Campy, into the yellow, to go up underneath it. She pulls hers way, way down. I'm not going to go that far. I'm just going to go right underneath this, and with all my crepiness, I don't know if you can even see the yellow under there. Can you see it? I can't see it. It does kind of turn the bottom of that orange. Out of my comfort zone, folks. Alright, and then I'm going to use that same pointed blender to go in with Kai Kai. Just a little bit. And I'm going to one more time go under there with the yellow. I will go back with that brush. I need to clean it off. Get a little bit of Campy and just go right around the outside with it, so that you guys know for sure that it's there. Maybe I should have stuck with my original plan of just having a yellow lid. Ay, you guys, but hey, I'm trying. All right. I'm going to leave it at that. Now, I'm going to go in with my finger, but I'm also going to have a flat concealer brush ready to go in with Beat, which is this beautiful shimmery shade, and it looks pink in the pan, but what's so cool, it depends on what you're putting it on next to. It just kind of takes on whatever shade it needs to take on. Oh, that just kind of made everything better, didn't it? It's so reflective and so pretty. I like to put it on with my finger and then go back with my 242 and just make sure that it's nice and opaque. And it needs no Fix Plus. I haven't even tried it with Fix Plus. I can't imagine the brightness whenever you do it. I think it's pretty as is. And I'm also going to use this for my inner corner highlight once I get there. Oh, I really love this color. It is my favorite in the palette. Super beautiful. Well, I like what that did. I'm going to go in with that fluffy brush that had the purple on it and just go over the edges so that it doesn't look like there's a harsh line there. And I'm going to leave it at that, you guys. I am going to go off camera. I'm kind of trying to decide if I want to go off camera and put on my lashes in liner and all that, or if I think I'll just do it in front of you and zip through it so you can see it. And I pray that this looks better with lashes and all that, because right now it's looking super crazy to me. But I'm going to grab some lashes I used the other day. It's so nice to know where things are. And that is the You Complete Me lashes by Velour. They're super beautiful, and that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use my regular eyeliner stuffs, which is Kat Von D Trooper Liner, Roller Lash, and MAC Giga Play Black MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash and Roller Lash. And then once my lashes are on, Better Than Sex to just kind of meld everything together. So here comes the Speed Demon round. Alright guys, so I do think that liner and lashes and everything made this look, it looks like a sunset eye to me. I think that the inner corner brightness helped everything a lot. The lashes helped everything a lot because they're just so flipping beautiful. But I am going to go back through and make sure that I don't have any band exposed and that my eyeliner doesn't look all janky. Also because I used these lashes before and I was wearing glitter and I don't want them to show if it had any remnants of glitter. Alright, what I would like to do now is set my face before I do any of the lip stuff. I think I'm going with a nude lip, folks. Alright, I'm going to spray with Urban Decay All Nighter. This is the best spray, I think, for warm weather to lock in your foundation especially. What do you think? Do I look like a crazy person? Don't answer that. Alright. I'm serious. I'm doing a very nude lip. I'm going to use East End Snob by Rimmel, Exaggerate, and MAC Sun Blessed lipstick. It's kind of a sheer formula. So let's get in with that. Get rid of these foundation lips, guys. I like that. I almost want to put a gloss on it, but I'm going to leave it alone. Yes, I am. Alright. I'm going to go do something with my hair, put on my clothes, and then I'll come back and give you an up close and personal and a goodbye. Be right back. Alright guys, I'm back and this is the finished look. I'm going to give you an up close and personal. Even though it looked really crazy for the majority of me doing it, I do think it's pretty. It's different for me, but I think I would call it a sunset eye, don't you? But anyways, I hope you liked it. I hope those of you that wanted me to use the yellow are at least partially satisfied. I'll find another way to use it eventually. But for now, I've got to get out of here, get on to my 4th of July party with my family, and I want to wish everybody a very happy 4th of July. By the time you see this, it'll already be past, but happy 4th of July nonetheless. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I ordinarily upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and whenever I do a live stream, it will be on Wednesday evenings at 6 o'clock p.m. Central Time. So until next time, take care and God bless. Bye, guys.